Unfortunately, I will actually need to quit the game again in order to start streaming, because if I alt-tab, it will just explode.
You've gotta be fucking kidding me.
So, give me a minute.
Hey, what were you saying, Chris?
I was wondering if you two were too young to have gone through the point at which, like, I'm old enough to remember when people really liked Rent as far as annoying musicals go, and then
Okay.
all of society kind of turned on it, rightly. But like, I am old enough to remember when that was beloved and quite annoying.
Section of the Mysterium
I would arrive
Now,
just in time for the execution of Ren.
I haven't deciphered the rest of it.
Yeah, because
Okay,
I
so-
remember it right when the movie was made with Rosario
The
Dawson.
stream should be up for you now, I think. Let me walk you through what
Yes,
you missed.
it is up.
I'm still working on the
I
second
walked
part.
out the door that we couldn't go out before, and we were out in the countryside, and then I walked to Cloud Ruler Temple. That's
I am
about
now
it.
watching the stream.
Joffrey was like, "Oh no, they're planning to bring all their forces to attack Bruma, but also Martin has deciphered a bit of the Mysterium Xarxes," and then Martin launched into an explanation of the fact that we need to get a Daedric artifact.
Mm-hmm. What does he think
And
about
also
Little
that-
Shop of Horrors?
Yes.
I don't know. He's still reading Lorem Ipsum, so also his cuff is kind of sticking through the book. So
I still think it's kind of sick that the cover of Oblivion was just like the cover of the book that is on like the Mysterium Xarxes.
yeah,
Like when you bought that game at a game store, like that was the cover, exactly that basically with Oblivion.
yeah.
In
next
big,
that's not
ugly fantasy letters.
I'm still working on the second item needed for the gate opening ritual.
Okay, so there's a bunch of Daedric artifacts in this game, as there are in every Elder Scrolls game since at least Morrowind. I don't remember if they were a thing in Dagger. No, they were totally a thing in Dagger. In fact, they might even have been a thing in Arena, now that I think about it. Anyway, there's a bunch of these things all over the place. The thing with this, though, is when you give Martin a Daedric artifact for this, it's gone. Like, so you wanna pick a Daedric artifact that's not actually one of the ones you actually want to ever use in the game.
Or one that you accidentally
Which-
found at a low level because it
Yeah,
would be
which
level
I
scaled
was
and
about to
completely
say
worthless.
is, of course, already a calculation you should be making in this game, because if you find them at low level, then they'll be worthless later on, so...
The important thing is that you cannot possibly make any informed strategic decisions about any of this.
Yeah. I think I always end up using the Sanguine Rose.
I actually hate Umbra. I don't know why people go crazy for Umbra.
That's a sword, right? Oh.
Yeah, it's like a soul trap.
I
sword,
forgot.
I guess.
Hackdirt is full of people who hate us. I forget, which Daedric Prince is Umbra from? Is that,
Clavicus Vile, I believe.
Is it really? And then you can also get the Mask of Clavicus Vile, which is also not very useful, so...
Yeah, you choose one or the other, I believe.
Yeah.
You can trade in the sword for the mask.
Oh no, we do not want to use the... We absolutely do not! Yeah, so it suggests you go to the Shrine of Azura, but you absolutely do not ever want to use the fucking Azura artifact, whose name escapes me, Azura Star, because it's a reusable soul gem of maximum size, so... yeah, I'm trying to remember. So, Sanguine Rose is a rose that summons a Dremora that isn't terribly useful, and sometimes just decides to murder you instead. So, or at least I think that's what it does. So I always thought that one was a pretty decent candidate to get rid of. I believe the quest to do it is not for...
So when you say
It's
get
not
rid of, are
terribly
we
high level.
sacrificing our artifact, or are we just sacrificing
Oh,
it in the sense that we're
wait.
grabbing it early?
Josh, obviously we have to do the Sheogorath quest.
Yeah, that's true, but the Wabbajack is really fun to use, so we don't want to, like, get rid of that one. I'm gonna just go and do a bunch of Daedric quests right now. We can do that.
Fuck it, let's just do some Daedric quests. Let's just go.
Alright,
Oh, you found Josh. He did it. Josh found rock bottom.
God.
Woohoo! Alright!
The show has finally hit rock bottom.
13
Great.
13 years.
That's my polite
It
laugh.
would be. It would be the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Trying to remember exactly where. I think it's around here-ish. Sanguine's Shrine it. Oh, it's right up over that bridge, actually. Can we do anything cool here? No, they don't
Man,
like us.
if this game would come out today, there'd be a bunch of people just like making mods to add random characters from the Yakuza franchise to it.
I do wish there were more, like... With the rise of mid-budget games, you would think there would be the rise of a mid-budget title like this that's about this scale.
You'd think, right? Like, it's kind of like, couldn't somebody make Oblivion today with a smaller team?
I don't think you could do it with a smaller team, but, like, mid-budget games are coming back, and, like, a team of 20 or 30?
Seriously?
Maybe, I don't know exactly how old this game is. I might be thinking something more Oblivion's, or Morrowind's.
2006.
Let me look up Moby Games, how big this team was.
Have you come to revel in the glory that is the
I mean, the sad thing,
shrine
this
of
probably
Saturn?
was a mid-budget game by modern standards.
It is a
It's
place
just a
of
high-budget game
celebration
by
for us.
2006
We
standards.
dance, we make love. Would you speak with Sanguine?
I mean, it's
Approach then, and bring Sanguine a gift. Some
it's
Cyrodiil
probably
brands
100,
and
150 people here.
That
Which
was
is a
that's
lot.
their current team size, though.
test his patience.
Okay, it's Sanguine Brandy, whatever. Alright, let's go meet Sheogorath.
Like, they don't have much more than that today. I guess they've just kept a consistent team size.
Wait, you know what? I remember where Sheogorath's quest takes place. I can't remember where the shrine is. Isn't it around here, though?
That's a no.
I don't know. You may need to look it up on the map, Chris, or...
I'll see if
How
I
do
can
you
find
spell
it.
it?
Sheogorath.
I'm looking it up here. It's northwest of Leowin.
Okay, so I am heading in the right direction.
I didn't find maps, I just found lots of fan art of somebody dressed in purple.
Northwest, specifically.
Yeah.
That is the Oblivion That's right, that is the Skyrim / Shivering Isles version of Sheogorath.
Who may actually be the Oblivion player character when he shows up in Skyrim.
Right, because you can become Sheogorath at the end of Shivering Isles.
Yeah.
Which, I think Sheogorath has a different voice actor in Shivering Isles than he has in this game, like in this part of the game. And, you know, you could get nitpicky about that, but he is... That really does seem like the sort of thing he would be doing all the time, right?
Yeah.
Hang on a sec.
So-
You're in Border Watch right now?
Yeah. I think no, that's an Oblivion gate. It's around here.
We could do another Oblivion Gate.
Let's not. I mean, if you want us to just tank
Yeah,
the
I
whole
think it's-
season
I think it's
and
north
decide to
of
stop
Border Watch.
playing in the middle.
I think it's almost dead north of Border Watch.
Yeah, well, that's the direction I'm heading.
So I'm looking at this list and on Moby Games for Oblivion, and it's 239 developers. But I don't know if that excludes dupes, and also it includes a lot of executives and ZeniMax folks, which, you know, they deserve to be credited, but they're not,
I
you know,
I genuinely believe their team size is currently smaller than that.
God, how far out are we from fucking Starfield now?
A couple months.
That's a month or two, right? Like, that's crazy. Bethesda has not released a single-player game since Fallout 4 in, like, what, 2016? So...
Yep, this seems like the place, huh?
The bright, shining light? I know it. It waits for you. Speak with Radel. He knows the way.
I used to be a dog. I got better. No,
Okay,
dog.
Glassdoor reports Bethesda Softworks as having 51 to 200 employees. So yeah, I think it has not grown that much unless
Oh
there's
yeah, nice.
a separate
nice
office.
tight 51 to 200 window.
I don't think they're going to let us know the exact count.
Scrumptious, darling children.
So basically,
I haven't
there's
eaten
like
so
a
long.
factor of magnitude difference between the
Travel
people
will
working
tell me
on
what to
Starfield
do.
and the people working on
You too.
any Ubisoft game.
Pace.
I question a lot of these statistics anyway, because it says their revenue is 5 million to 25 million.
Welcome to the
It also
Golden
probably
Lands,
doesn't take
stranger.
into account like
Or go away. Who knows?
assets that have been like farmed out to like third-party contractor firms, which is very common in video game development now, where you'll just hire a some firm in India or something to make a bunch of textures for you at like pennies on the dollar.
Killed and ate a Bosman.
I guess where I'm at is
But
I'm
it
just
made me
slowly
sick.
backing myself away from the
Saw
idea
Lord
that you can do a
Sheogorath
mid-budget
and the
Oblivion
vultures.
even
So
today.
that's all
You
right.
might be able to do
Here
something
to
closer in
sacrifice?
fidelity to a
little would
Morrowind.
be nice.
And even then, probably not at the scale Morrowind operates on.
No, I don't think the fidelity is the issue. I think it's the breadth of the content that in the case of like Oblivion was largely handmade, aside from some of the
Yeah,
radiant
like
AI
you could,
shit.
if you've got like
Then
it's sort of
approach
a
the shrine.
pre-made templates
Of
and
course, he won't agree,
Unity assets
because
for
it's not
scripts and stuff.
ready.
That can get you a certain amount of the way, but at some level, you just need to sit
And you
down
need an offer.
and stitch
I think a
together
lesser
the quests.
soul gem.
Like the actual
Let us-
act of
and
putting
from your
together a
will
quest,
do the trick.
virtually no matter how
That's what
much
Sheogorath-
groundwork is already laid for you, it just takes an amount of time you can't compress beyond a certain point. Like even if you just got a pencil and paper, like a magical pen and paper, where all you need to do is design the quest and it instantly jumps into the
Right.
game, that still takes a long time.
What's going on with you?
Black Marsh has become more dangerous than ever.
I was hoping they'd have some lettuce lying around in a field somewhere here. But I don't
Yeah,
see
this is one of those things that like really becomes clear once you start designing video games, is that you think about something like, okay, this is fairly straightforward, I'm 90% done, and then you sit down to just like map it out. Like, okay, and mapping it out, you're like, okay, this is going to take like 20 minutes, and it takes like 3 hours.
It's like when you have a story idea and you have all of the ideas in your head and you're like, okay, I know how all this is going to work. I can write this out in an outline. And then you just go to actually write the text. And you've been working for 5 hours and you're like, oh, I'm one chapter into this.
So we need a bunch of stuff, like, what was it? Like yarn calibers?
We need a lesser soul gem, a bolt of yarn, and a head of lettuce.
I want to say that this is full on the only use for yarn in
Gondolas
Oblivion.
again.
Probably is.
Have a look around.
Do you have
Look for
yarn?
better
No, you
prices.
have useless stuff.
Let's steal.
care.
Let's steal. Steal yarn. Steal yarn.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to steal it. I think we need to steal something.
Steal all of it.
Well, we're gonna take his lettuce in a second, but I'm trying to find if he actually has yarn.
He's watching you.
Yeah, they're all like, what are you doing?
Watch you like a hawk.
He's like, don't fucking touch that lettuce.
Guy, I see you looking at that lettuce. You realize that.
Don't.
I can see you, right?
Don't do it.
Does this man have no yarn?
You know, that's my lettuce, right? You know I grow that lettuce personally.
Hello.
God, Jesus Christ, look at them both.
Put that back.
Are they gonna get you?
Nice fucking heist, Kentucky.
Hey, do you have any
McCoy.
yarn? Any yarn in here? No? Damn. Alright, bye.
Go to like a clothier. Like a
Yeah, you're right. We
dressmaker.
should have just gone to the fucking Imperial City. Interestingly, I don't think that lettuce was worth enough for it to even trigger the guards. Like, nobody's bothering me.
Citizen?
Ultimately,
what's
just
my
look in,
bounty?
just look in any treasure chest. Just look in every treasure chest.
25.
What's the upper like threshold for if the guard gets mad at you? Like how many lettuces?
I
can
actually
you
think it's like
steal?
1,000. I think it's like 1,000 gold is when they start like really coming down hard on you.
Oh man,
Hey, y'all
you
got
really
yarn?
don't.
Say,
All at once,
You look like someone who
or
could help
over
us, huh?
time?
I can't actually remember. There's like a I think there might be a threshold where they do suddenly attack you. Like they like run up to you on sight, and then there's like another threshold where they're just like
something to suit you.
they don't even try to arrest you. I want to say they just kill you on sight.
That's way better than Fallout 4, where I saw a mug I wanted, and I took it, and then all of Good Neighbor killed me.
That was their mug. That was the Good Neighbor mug. That was the great mug of Good Neighbor.
Hancock was not happy. He walked away from my corpse.
He's like, you fucking betray me like this? This is how you do me? This is how you do my
just
city?
wanted
This is how you
that
do my
mug.
mug?
I have everything for the budding. Can I interest you in some of my... You too.
This is how Good Neighbor deals with muggers.
Do you have yarn? Come on, you are literally the profession that would use yarn.
Check her pockets. Kill her and then check her pockets.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Okay. Guards will only arrest you if you speak to them. I was actually dead on the money. If your bounty exceeds 1,000 gold, that's when they attempt to arrest you on sight.
At once or over time is what I need to know.
At once.
Okay. At once. So that means I can steal lettuce willy-nilly all I want.
You can get up right up to 999 worth of lettuce. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. No, cumulatively.
Okay, so it is over time.
Aha!
Yes,
I
I
cannot
see what you're
steal
saying now, yeah.
lettuce over willy-nilly.
What? I just tripped
There
on the
is-
stairs and lost a fifth
There is
of my
some
health.
preposterously high threshold on how much lettuce you could steal before the cops will get involved.
I see.
Okay, and it is 5,000 or higher, where if you get higher than 5,000, you can't clear your bounty.
Let's
You
pop
can't
over
clear
to
your
Bravo
bounty?
and-
No matter what?
I guess that is the point where they're just like, listen.
But I have
were
all this
very patient
money.
Is the-
Let me go by the bank. I'll be right back, buddy.
And what was the lettuce? It was 25 gold?
Yeah.
How many lettuces is that?
It's been a long day, so I'm just going to use a calculator. Don't have it.
Please Google it. Please Google it for me.
200. 200 lettuces.
200 lettuces? That's it?
I was gonna-
That's not even a year's worth of lettuce.
Like, literally clear out one grocery's worth of lettuce, and you just become kill on sight to all law enforcement
fuck?
in Cyrodiil.
Another mortal
Call me lettuce
cares to
fingers.
summon me.
That's my
And
thief name.
already I'm bored. But enough about me. Let's talk about...
You're like, guys, just let me pay my bounty. I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. And they're like, that's another 5 gold on your bounty, motherfucker.
They just start beating the shit out of
Your
me.
own fingers.
Immediately.
Or fall in love with a clown. Perhaps I could make it into something useful. Let's find out. There's a little settlement called Border Watch. It's a nice, peaceful place. And dull. They're going to make their lives. They're
Oh,
a
I think-
superstitious bunch.
I
Everything
really
is an
want to
old
say that they had...
important.
this voice actor re-record all of Sheogorath's dialogue, because I played this before Shivering Isles came out, and I'm 99% sure he didn't talk like this.
Yeah, I think I knew that too.
And then I believe it's the same dude in Skyrim.
Did they
Yes.
really? Yeah, no, it was. Did they really think that people would get too confused if Sheogorath didn't sound consistent from one incarnation to the next?
No, I like it. It's good brand identity.
Sheogorath's really obsessed with
Sheogorath
brand
made a
marketing.
brand?
It's true. If anyone understands marketing, it's him.